Hello, everyone, and happy Monday. I think I got my days right today. It's inside joke because you watch the videos every day. But thank you so much for watching. And this is going to be quick. I don't have as much time as I usually do, but this is going to be quick, but it's going to be really good. So, as the heading says, the pressure is on. So, if you lived any amount of days in adulthood, you realize that life can have a lot of pressure. Life can have a lot of things, different things going on and different situations, and it just seemed like it's getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and you're just like, God, just take this away. Just get rid of it. You know, some relationships you want to just shut them down and be done with it. And then sometimes some people you want to just be like, be done with it. Some jobs, some situations, some people. That's really the biggest things in our life. And sometimes things that may be regarding our health, our emotional stability, all kind of things that we go through. So we want God to just fix it right then and there. The pressure seems like too much. Well, I had a situation where, hopefully you can see my finger. You see this Band-Aid on my finger. Well, I don't know when or where, and ladies that wear these are fake nails. My nails are long, but I wanted some acrylic on my nails. And so I went and got my nails done, and I've been getting my nails done for a while, and I've never had any problems. My real nails are this long, so the length really didn't bother me. Well, one day I think I jammed my finger. I don't even remember jamming it because I didn't even feel it. And so yesterday my finger started to hurt. And it started to hurt and started to get worse and worse and worse. It got to the point where just doing this right here, which is just tapping on my own hand, hurts my finger. And I talked to one of my sister friends, and she said, put a Band-Aid on it and let it heal. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. Why would I put a Band-Aid on it to make it heal? You know, I'm all about healing. So I'm like, that's crazy. I'm not. So she said, well, you need to apply pressure. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. So I dismissed it. So I woke up this morning, I said, I'm going to go to the doctor because I don't want my finger to get infected. And so I said, well, instead of going to the doctor, I'll just get him to take the whole thing off. I'll just go get him to take the whole nail off, and we'll be done with it. And so I went to the nail shop, and he said, well, if I take the nail off, it's going to hurt even worse, for one, because then the scab will be open, like that whole wound that's in there will be open to the elements. He said it's better that it be covered while it's healing. I hope y'all catching this, because I'm going to go back and give you the revelation out of it. But he says better to be covered up while it's healing, and then that way, when it's actually healed up, we can remove the nail off of it so that you won't damage the skin up under. Okay, so and he said, and furthermore, if we put your finger in those chemicals, your finger will get infected from the chemicals, not necessarily from the cut itself. So I said, okay, no problem. And then he said, you need to get your Band-Aid and apply pressure. You know, sometimes when God wants you to know something, he'll tell you twice, just in case you didn't get it the first time. And so, just like the girl had told me, you need to apply pressure. And I left and I said, Jesus, what are you trying to say to me? And so I sat there, and he said, you have to apply pressure. I know it seems like it doesn't make sense why all this pressure is on you, but the pressure is so that I can heal you. The pressure is so that I can get the thing out of you that's been in there lying dormant. See, that cut had been in there probably, if I could think back to when I may have done it, it may have been a week, maybe even 2 weeks ago. But it's starting to heal, and as that skin starts to come together, it's feeling worse. And so when we think God is ripping jobs out of our life and ripping people out of our life, and we've lost this and we've lost that, God is actually bringing stuff together. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what he told me to tell you. Is that ripping apart that you think is happening, it's really him bringing everything together. It's really him keeping you covered up so that he can heal you. Because if he pulls the thing off that you want him to get rid of so fast, God, just get rid of this. Get rid of this out of my life. Get rid of this trial. Get rid of this circumstance. Get rid of this tribulation. He will damage you. He will damage the thing up under. And we don't necessarily know what's up under there, but your heart is under there. And if he rips that thing off of you that you just want him to take, that pressure. I think it was Paul that said, I have this thorn in my flesh and I wish you would just take it. And he said, no, I'm not going to take you. I am going to give you the strength to endure the pain from the thorn. And so that's my prayer for you today, is that God, I had to pray over my finger. Y'all, when I say this hurts, even me touching, now it doesn't because I've applied pressure. But when I did not have this Band-Aid on, applying this pressure, it hurt to even, I'm talking about even to when I slept last night, I had to sleep with my hands so still because every little movement hurt. I was like, God, this is really, like, I didn't realize how bad a finger could hurt. And so now that I put the Band-Aid on it, I've applied pressure, it doesn't hurt as bad. And so while God is in this season of covering you up and you feel like you should have already been exposed by now, people should already know who you are, people should already have known your name, I should be great by now. God, why are you still covering me up? He's protecting you. See, this Band-Aid is not only the pressure is protecting it, but it's covering it, but it's also protecting it from any of the elements getting into it. See, I use my hands to type, and so dirt and all kind of stuff can get under my fingernails, and so that Band-Aid is holding that stuff in place. So just understand that God is holding you in place. He's holding everything in place. We sing these beautiful songs. He holds the world, and he holds my world in his hands. He literally does. He is not going to let you fall, even though you feel like you're falling. He is not going to let you die, even though you feel like you're dying, unless it is upon each of us that we die one time. But that is not what you're going through. You feel like you're going to die. You feel like, you know what, this is just too much. And I don't know what your too much is. What I'm going through may not be what you're going through. And what you're going through may be the hardest situation that you've ever faced in your life. But understand that God's pressure is not like man's pressure. God's pressure is on purpose for a purpose. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Join me again tomorrow for Rush Hour Revelation right here. See you later.